Hi everybody, welcome to Word on Wednesday. Hey, I want to read a passage to you today from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 14, and it's a very well-known passage to all of us. It's about where Jesus walks on the water, and also Peter walks on water for a while, and it's from Matthew 14. It says, "Immediately Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go ahead of him to the other side, while he dismissed the crowds. After he had dismissed them, he went up onto a mountainside by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone, but the boat was already a considerable distance from land, buffeted by the waves because the wind was against it. During the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went out to them, walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. 'It's a ghost,' they said, and cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, 'Take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid.' 'Lord, if it is you,' Peter replied, 'tell me to come to you on the water.' 'Come,' he said. Then Peter got out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and he began to sink. He cried out, 'Lord, save me.' Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. 'You of little faith,' he said, 'why did you doubt?' And when they climbed into the boat, the wind died down. Then those who were in the boat worshipped him, saying, 'Truly, you are the Son of God.'" You know, it's interesting, this passage. We've talked about it for years in Christendom, and everyone's heard so many different sermons about Peter walking on the water, and then Peter starting to sink, and Jesus getting a hold of him, and then Jesus saying, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" And then many people have talked about the storm elements relative to this passage of Scripture. But what I want to mention today is this, because what this passage says to me is that you can't control life, or you can't control what happens to you. And we all know that, you can't control what happens in traffic or in car accidents or sicknesses. There's so much in this life that's out of our control. And so as Peter is there, he can't control the storm. He can't control the wind or the waves. But he could control one thing, and that was his focus, what he chose to focus on. And of course, in this passage, as he focused on Jesus, he said, "Let me come to you, Lord." And he was looking at Jesus, and he was walking on water. But as soon as he lost his focus, as soon as he started looking around and started to observe the wind and the waves and started to doubt because of all that was going on around him, he started to sink. And that's like you and I today. We can't control what's happening in our lives at any given moment. There's good and there's bad. Jesus said, "In this world you will have trouble." And today I may be talking to someone who's going through some really testing times, and you're wondering, why me, Lord? Why is this happening to me right now? Have I not been faithful to you? What have I done to deserve this? And the answer is probably nothing at all. It's just that this is a testing time for you. It's a time where the storm's raging and the winds are howling. But you can choose at those moments what you focus on. And so I do encourage you today to keep focused on the Lord, not on what's happening around you, not the upset, not the noise. There's lots of people say, when something bad happens, there's always lots of people who will make you focus or try to make you focus on the doom and gloom. They'll try to say, "Oh my gosh, yeah, you're going down," or "This is terrible." But you need to choose your focus today. And your focus needs to be on the Lord to get you through this. Because while you're focused on Him, you'll be able to make it. But if you get your focus off Him and onto the trouble, you could be in trouble too. So I encourage you today, stay focused on the Lord. He's there. He's watching over you. He's with you in the storm. He's with you in the trouble. And so focus on Him today, because He's going to bring you through. God bless you. It's good to be sharing with you today. Ruth and I will be back tomorrow to share on our teal pill. Bye for now.